All right, let's just jump right in. Right now, there's an object hurtling through our solar system, and it's sparking one of the biggest, most intense debates in modern astronomy. It's basically a cosmic detective story, and in this explainer, we're going to unpack all of it. The evidence, the theories, and the big personalities at the heart of the whole thing.
And no, that is not a line from the latest sci-fi blockbuster. That's actually how people are describing the arrival of this mysterious visitor from interstellar space. This thing is on its way, and it is forcing us to ask some really, really big questions.
And this is really what it all boils down to. On one hand, you've got the overwhelming odds, the safe bet, that this is just a natural phenomenon. But on the other hand, you have this wild, provocative theory from a top Harvard astrophysicist who's suggesting it could be something else entirely. Maybe, just maybe, an alien reconnaissance probe.
Okay, so let's start with what we actually know for sure. The object at the center of this puzzle is called 3I/Atlas. It was first spotted back in early July, and astronomers knew right away, right off the bat, that this was something special. Its path, its trajectory, showed it didn't come from our solar system.
First off, let's just talk about its speed. This thing is moving. We're talking more than 210,000 kilometers an hour. That is absolutely screaming through space. And that incredible speed, that's the dead giveaway that it's not from around here. It isn't trapped by our sun's gravity. It's just a tourist passing through.
And this is no tiny pebble either. The object is estimated to be about 24 kilometers or 12 miles across. I mean, to put that in perspective for you, that's more than twice as tall as Mount Everest is high. So yeah, this is a really significant celestial object.
And here's maybe the biggest deal of all. 3I Atlas is only the third known interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system. The third. We are living in a brand new age of astronomy, a time where we can finally actually spot these visitors from other stars.
So, let's crack open our first case file, the alien probe theory. This is the idea that's grabbing all the headlines, and it comes from a very well-known and, let's be honest, often controversial figure in the world of astrophysics. The guy pushing this theory is Avi Loeb, an astrophysicist at Harvard. He has a real reputation for shaking things up, you know? He's not afraid to propose ideas that many of his colleagues think are way out there, especially when it comes to the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence.
So here's his core argument. He's looking at the weird way this object is behaving and says we have to at least consider that it's not just a random rock. He thinks it could be a piece of technology sent here with a purpose. In his own words, it might have been designed so as to have some goals of a reconnaissance mission. And you know, this isn't his first rodeo. Back in 2017, he was the one who famously suggested that Oumuamua, our first interstellar visitor, was actually an alien artifact. He even led a deep-sea expedition to recover fragments of a meteor that he claimed were made of some kind of alloy we've never seen before.
Okay, let's switch gears. Time for case file number 2, which is what most scientists are saying. This is the mainstream view, that 3I/Atlas is something we understand really well, a good old-fashioned natural comet.
So, quick refresher. What exactly is a comet? Well, it's pretty much a giant dirty snowball. Just a chunk of ice and dust and rock that was left over when some other star system formed. It drifts through the galaxy for millions, maybe billions of years, and then just happens to wander into our neighborhood. For most astronomers, this is by far the most logical answer.
The pushback against the alien probe theory has been, well, it's been forceful. Chris Lintott, an astronomer at the University of Oxford, did not mince his words. He called the idea nonsense on stilts. He even said it was kind of an insult to all the serious work being done to figure out what this thing really is.
So, you've got these two wildly different theories on the table. How do we even begin to weigh them? Well, this brings us right to the scientific consensus, which is all about looking at the evidence and, honestly, just playing the odds.
You can see the divide pretty clearly right here. On one side, you have Avi Loeb's theory of a reconnaissance mission, and on the other, you have the mainstream view, which is really grounded in the overwhelming probability that it's a natural thing, a comet from far away, behaving just like a comet would.
But here's a fascinating little twist.
Even the biggest proponent of the alien probe theory, Avi Loeb himself, he acknowledges the odds. In a recent blog post, he actually said that, by far,
the most likely outcome will be that 3I/Atlas is a completely natural interstellar object. And that, right there, is a perfect example of how science is supposed to work. You can explore a bold, wild idea while still admitting what's probably true.
So you might be thinking, okay, if it's almost definitely a comet, why are we even talking about this? Why does this story have so much staying power? Well, it's because this whole debate, it taps into something way bigger than just academic papers.
Whether it turns out to be an alien probe or not, the story of 3I/Atlas resonates so deeply because it connects to this huge cultural fascination we all have with the unknown, with UFOs, and with that ultimate question, right? Are we alone?
And this interest now goes all the way to the highest levels of government. In the US, you have figures like Vice President J.D. Vance, who's talked about being obsessed with the whole UFO thing, and Senator Marco Rubio has claimed there are officials with first-hand knowledge of secret Pentagon programs. It just goes to show you this isn't just for science fiction anymore.
And this timeline really puts it all into perspective. Before 2017, we had never knowingly seen an object from another star system. Ever. Now we spotted 3 in less than a decade. We are truly at the very beginning of a brand new frontier in astronomy, the study of these interstellar visitors. And this is the crucial point to take away from all this. Whatever the final answer is, the debate itself is incredibly valuable. Science isn't just about confirming what we already know. It's about pushing boundaries, asking what if, and exploring bold, even unlikely ideas. Because that's how you get to the next great discovery.
And we won't have to wait forever for more clues. So go ahead and mark your calendars. October 30th, 2025. That's when 3I/Atlas will make its closest flyby of Earth, and our telescopes are going to get a much, much better look.
So this leaves us with one final, tantalizing question. When it does arrive, what secrets is it going to reveal? Will it be a piece of an alien world, finally confirming we're not alone? Or will it be a natural comet, one that teaches us more about the incredible galaxy we live in? Either way, we're about to learn something amazing.